Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Harvest. Today, the freaking market got freaking destroyed. Everything fell like so many percent, like 5% across the board. Bitcoin is like at the lowest it's been the entire year, 52-week low. Like it's been crazy. But regardless, the beauty of this method is we can keep harvesting. Every day we can keep harvesting. Every week we keep harvesting. And that won't be affected even if crypto goes to zero. So let's continue with our harvesting. Okay, so today we're starting with Goose. Let's begin hitting up the deposit chain, and then we'll go through all the pools over here. Okay, so as you can see, damn, BNB is at 577 now. That is so low. I've never seen it down there in quite a long time. But regardless, we're still going to continue harvesting. Okay, so we're back now because the market fell so much. We're actually going to do a new strategy, and we're going to just convert everything to BNB and Bitcoin and continue making the pool. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and swap over our egg to BNB. This would give us around, let's see, $70 that we made this week. So that's good to know. We can update this in the calculator. So in our Excel, was it $70 instead of 80? It ranges when the price drops, everything drops, right? So even your earnings will be a bit lower, but regardless, it's still not too bad. Okay, moving on to Olive. Olive is pretty straightforward. We know the drill already. We're just going to do these two pools, so 11 and 10 PIDs. And yeah, there's not much to it. Hit 11, hit the 0. But what is going to be new is we're going to now show you how to convert Olive into a normal token. Because usually we just add the liquidity pool. So in like episode 1 and 2 yesterday, we just added into the liquidity pool. All right, we got 20 Olive. That's quite good. I wonder if I missed one yet yesterday or last week. Seems pretty high for 20 and 15. Oh no, I think that's just the average now. We're hitting like $30, more than 30 a week on it, so that's pretty good. So for Olive, if you do want to swap it, you do need to swap on PancakeSwap. So we'll go ahead and go here, hit a PancakeSwap. Instead of adding though, this time we're going to just do a simple trade. Okay, so now we're trading it in $33 for around 33, hopefully. I don't know how much it'll be. We'll see. It takes a while to load. Yeah, so slippage is not too bad. We're hovering at around 0.82% slippage. So 33.75 is just 33.50. And we'll go ahead and swap that over. See, we kept the money. We received the BNB in return. That's good. That is profit. So 33, I can add that to the calculator as well. I guess last week was a bit higher because we had 8 days actually, not 7. There's a time lagging. There's a lagging issue there. Anyways, okay, let's move on to Hyrule. Again, we only harvest this because there's too many other ones to harvest. So from here, we'll hit up deposit. And we will also do 27 on the PID. So go into right, go into deposit, 27, hit up with the 0, connect the wallet, right. And this should give us $17. And we should be able to convert that into BNB, and that will give us some extra money. Or maybe I'll convert it to BUSD. I might actually convert it to BUSD. So in order to swap, we have to use Ape swap. And we hit the swap icon. We hit up Hyrule. Oh, it's actually called Rupee, the token itself. And we want BUSD. Hit up the max. Fetching the best route. 17% on it. How about if I do BNB? Also, okay, so doesn't make a big difference. I'm disappointed with the percent. I was hoping for less because now our $20 is actually only 17. But regardless, it is what it is. We'll go ahead and swap that over. All right, this will mean that it's been completed. It's been successfully swapped. We received around $17. So from here, we'll go into this part and put in, instead of 19, it's now 17. Unfortunate. Okay, moving on to the next one. It is salt. Salt is 4 and 1, so that should be pretty straightforward. Hit up deposit. We have the 4 and 1 pool IDs. So hit up contract, hit up deposit, 4, 0 for the amount, connect the wallet, MetaMask, 4 and 1, I think it was. 4 and 1. Okay, so we have harvested our salt and our BUSD pools. So now we will convert it. So to convert, we use PancakeSwap to convert. Okay, so we have our salt here, and the plan is to convert to BUSD. We convert to BUSD because we have a salt BUSD pool. So that means that all the fees that we make, it will go back towards our own pool. So that is always nice to have. So if I look at the path, it actually does show that it goes through WBNB instead of BUSD. That is unfortunate, but we're going to go ahead and convert that anyways. So that was $21, and we have an additional 17, so 21 and 17. So with that being said, 21 and 17 means that in our Excel, we'll have 21 plus 17, so $38. Not too bad. Salt is doing pretty well for itself. Okay, moving on to RBH. Is that part of our thing? Yeah, it is. Okay, so this was a new addition. We probably did it last week too. It's a relatively new one that we've added. Okay, so let's go in here, and these are easy. I always keep the easy ones to do on a weekly basis, just because it's a lot of work to do it every week. So, okay, so now we'll connect the wallet, and we'll hit up this, and that should give us around 58,000, whatever currency that is. Once that's done, then we need to convert it. Because we just swap on Pancake, you can just swap here. I indicated to myself to add a 5% slippage, so that is what I would do to not make the same mistake twice. It's RBH, and we are going to convert it to BUSD. Again, the reason we convert to BUSD is because we have this pool itself, so whenever we convert, then we make our own money as well. We're giving money to ourselves. So it'll be around $8. Let's see if the transaction goes through. So in this case, you can see that the route does go from RBH directly to BUSD with a 2% price impact. So we made $7.77 for this week. Not too bad. We'll take that. 7.7 or 8.17. You should use that. That is the more accurate amount. 8.17, which means in here we will convert this to 8.17. Okay. And last but not least, we have Dino. So Dino, we have a lot of pools here, but it should give us a decent amount of money. So let's go ahead and start harvesting. Okay, so for Dino, we hit up deposit, and then we go through each one. I will be fast forwarding this, so you do not have to wait for me. Here we go. Okay, so we harvested everything. We made $28 from Dino this week. We'll go ahead and swap that into BNB. We might have to increase the slippage. I did say 6 to 10%, so I will slowly increase it and see which one goes through. Let's hope 8 does. Nope. Let's hope 10 does. Okay, so in this case, it means our number is too big. So we need a nice rounded number, so let's go with 150. There we go. So that goes through, and that means the remainder I'll harvest it separately. So this is 1222. Just remember that amount, 1222. 1222, because we will have to add that amount into our device after. So 1222 and 1511. 1222 and 1511. Go into here, hit up 1222 and 1511. So that is how much we made this week, 2733. All right, so that wraps up all the harvesting for the week. What we do now is we go into Goose, and whenever the market falls like this, and you'll get this so much, market is always going to fall eventually, right? But you buy the dip, and this is what we're doing. So I transferred all my money into BNB and some BUSD, and I want to add it into this pool. I want to add it into this BTCB BNB. Or actually, if DOT has dropped enough, I'm actually added to DOT. DOT WBNB. So maybe we'll go ahead and try that. Actually made the executive decision to do BTCB instead of DOT, just because I think BTCB is a bit safer and it's been so low right now. I'm looking at the pegged BTCB, it's 61,000. That's so low. I'll be a fool not to buy it. Sorry, scratch that again. We're moving on to Dino instead. I just realized the percent yield is higher on Dino, and it has been working for us so far. So we'll just add a bit more into Dino. Going to do a quick test run with Ethereum. So we have $18 liquidity pool that we're adding, and it has a 2.64% yearly APR. So that's on its own. But when we deposit it into here, it's going to generate us even more. So now that we create the pool, we have to find the balance, which should be this amount is the balance, I'll hope. From there, we hit up balance of, find the amount, query it. This is our amount now in Ethereum. And now we go back to the liquidity pool. Oh no, now we go into deposits and we deposit 7. The pool ID 7, which is this. The amount that we just copied and pasted, and the referral bonus, which is just us. We connect the wallet, hit everything, hit write. And this should work, ideally. Yeah, there we go. So we're sending it over. And that's all. Okay, good to know that works. We'll keep adding to different accounts. So maybe we'll add some Doge, Cake, just all around adding a bit to everything. Maybe $5 or $10. So that is actually going to wrap up this video. If you do like this content, remember to like and subscribe. But first, on a weekly basis now, we make $239. That's pretty nice. And annually, we make $12,000 USD. If you like this content, like and subscribe. Crypto Harvest, peace out!